All right, you're welcome back. We're still talking the second leg of the quarterfinals for the UEFA Champions League. And of course, Sam was previewing the second leg. But just before that, we just want to give you the highlight, the original highlight. You will not see this highlight anywhere in the world. Arsenal versus Real Madrid, first leg. Let's see the highlight. Original highlight. It's not this one you've been seeing before. Let's take a look at it. Wonderful. You've not seen that highlight anywhere.
At all.
Anywhere. It's only that I get to see that highlight.
Where did you get the highlight from?
This one? This one?
Did you travel?
This one is confirmed. Is UEFA. In fact, what's his name now? Seferin sent me this one directly this morning. You understand? He sent it to me directly. And while he sent it, Ibrahimovic was there and copied Ibrahimovic.
Wow.
I said, you know, after
this is the proper highlight.
Original highlights. That's what you can. You will not see it anywhere else. All right. So Sam, yes, we're previewing the second legs.
No,
and of course,
so like I said, yeah, we have players coming back, but also they're losing players. And for Arsenal, they have no suspension. David Alaba going to still consider left back, or Felan Mehdi will be back. Or we do know that Kamavinga is not going to be there.
Yeah.
So it's let's see, because going into that game, maybe there's no. Courtois himself was not in the best form. I mean, it was not fully fit. That's why Frank Gonzalez had to play against Valencia.
Yet he made 7 saves.
And it was
without him,
that's why all of that
it
could have been.
It would have been more.
Like, still, like I mentioned,
so
I think it's an Arsenal
go through. Is it an Arsenal win or a Madrid win in spite of that Arsenal will go through? Or what is your prediction?
I don't think Arsenal is going to lose this game. I think they are going to either draw or win this match.
So, what are your thoughts? Very fast.
So there's nothing impossible in football.
Oh yes,
we've seen just like you mentioned the 6-1 where PSG won 4-0. In France,
4-0,
and then of course the Liverpool losing 3-0.
The Roma won.
But the problem is when you look at the Real Madrid side this season, you struggle to see how they want to muster up that courage, that zeal, that willingness to want to even come back. They look like a side that the team effort, the team play is gone, or rather is not there this season. That's how do I put it now? That union where you go through thick and thin together this season. You barely see players wanting to sacrifice themselves for the other person. And that is what has been lacking so far this season. Everybody, I'm not saying every player are not playing their role, but it's not just about playing your role alone. You play your role, you cover for others. You also sacrifice yourself. You compromise for your other teammates.
And it's not happening with them.
And it's not happening lately. It's not been happening
so what do you
right
see
now.
For them?
If you see from the first leg where the front three were not pressing, and even when the front three even got the ball, they barely pressed Arsenal still. They were just so comfortable just trying to look for.
So there's that talk now that they are giving them, I don't know why they try to make that public, but they are giving them motivational speeches
before the game.
Honestly, I don't know.
They will do pre-energetic, maybe, I don't know whether they will dance salsa.
Those emotional stuff to make them say.
And of course, they will close the Bernabeu, I'm sure, that's what.
They've always been closing the Bernabeu. So but it's not going to be any different. See, when it comes to United, you know, the United sell the papers. The same thing for Real Madrid. All these rumors of their playing.
So you think they will win?
I'm like, where is this coming from?
Will they win?
They might win at the Santiago Bernabeu, but qualifying is the most important part. Which they have to score 4 goals. I'm not too sure.
At least just scored 3, lost 4 first. Equalize it first. All right, but Sam, very fast. What are your thoughts on that particular fixture? Who is going through?
I think it will take miracle for Arsenal to crumble. In the last 2 years, Arsenal haven't considered more than
3 goals.
Yes, the last time they scored Arsenal 3 was Luton, and it ended 4-3 in favor of Arsenal. So the more you score, the more Arsenal come at you, score again. one thing Arsenal know how to do is, regardless of how much...
You think that this club will won anything in the last 5 years?
Regardless of...
I don't know why you're tackling Arsenal like this.
FA Cups.
They just only have record of this. They've not scored us.
Record there, you know, it didn't they?
What are the records for?
Okay. But I can assure you that Real Madrid are not getting the better of Arsenal this come Wednesday.
Okay. All right, wonderful. Now, very fast, let's go to the other legs. Aston Villa PSG, that's decided?
No.
No, it's not actually.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I think it is.
I see Villa winning that match.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Maybe PSG is going to qualify, but I see Villa winning the second leg.
I think it was just one naive move from Emery, which is common with doing. I think he went there for a draw.
Yeah.
He obviously went there for a draw because there were some parts in the game where Villa could actually go at PSG, and PSG they were crumbling.
Yeah, they were there.
They were able to open them up. They were there for they opened them up several times. But they were conservative. They didn't want to open themselves too much so that of course you are afraid of Kvaratskhelia, Dewey and
Aston Villa can roll back a 2-goal deficit.
They can. They scored first, did they not? They were just being cautious.
Okay.
And I feel that if they go toe-to-toe, yes, they might get burnt if they go toe-to-toe with Paris Saint-Germain, but I feel with the home advantage, they still have the chance.
You don't think? What do you think?
If the away goal rule was still in place, then I of course would give them a chance. They might win 2-0, but a PSG side would concede 2 goals and not score anyone. I don't think so.
I think I'm on that side. Okay, so let's go to Dortmund Barcelona. Let's not talk too much about that one.
I think it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. Let's not talk about that one. Inter Bayern, there's still something
it's not
in that
gone
match.
Yes.
But this is at the Giuseppe Meazza San Siro. Yeah. So there is a problem.
When I saw this game and it ended 2-1, I remember 2010. Where they won at the Allianz Arena under Jose Mourinho, 2-1. Wasn't it Diego Milito that caused the whole damage?
Yeah.
Now you look at Inter Milan, they're not just a side that a lot of people, when you hear Inter Milan, they accustom defensive attributes or style of play to them, but that's not true because you barely watch the Serie A, you barely watch these guys. They might have 3 at the back and 4 or 5 in the midfield, but it's not just about. You mentioned Çalhanoğlu. I saw Çalhanoğlu play as a quarterback against Inter Milan because he wanted to orchestrate play from there. Every pass, every move started from Çalhanoğlu. So you could see that obviously playing that way at the Allianz Arena, being conservative yet clinical and ruthless when they need to.
And do come back.
All right, wonderful. Now let's move over to our second talking point of the day. We're done with the Champions League now. Andre Onana. Now just before I go there, Onana is at the bottom of the list when it comes to the average number of minutes for every goal conceded. Now, throughout his time at United, the former Ajax keeper has let in 99 goals, which on average equates him to conceding every 63 minutes. Despite the high average number of shots he saves per 90 minutes, Onana has the second worst save percentage of United keepers in the Premier League since 2003-2004. The Cameroonian international has saved just 70.1 of the shots that he has faced in the Premier League, which is better than only Anders Lindegaard, who saved 67.2% of shots at his goal. Now, Onana's rate of clean sheets when compared to others, United keepers to have played over 10 games across the Premier League era is not electrifying. He has kept just 18 shutouts in the 69 Premier League appearances for the Old Trafford club. This is a clean sheet percentage of 26.1%, which is better than only one other United keeper in the Premier League history, Raymond van der Goor, 21.6, who played only 37 games for the club. So, on the basis of all of this, Nemanja Matic was on point when he said that Andre Onana is about one of the worst goalkeepers. What did he say? Did he say it's the worst or is one of the worst?
One of the worst.
One of the worst goalkeepers.
I think I heard worst.
Yeah, I think it's just it's the worst.
He said it was the worst in
modern history.
Yeah.
But sometimes this is about stats. You saw that at a point you look. Thankfully, you give the two sides of the stats. He has considered
99 goals
based on percentage. Yeah, he has something just higher than Anders Lindegaard, but based on clean sheet. He has the second best. So that's in a team. I mean, 69 games. If you have a team clean sheet, that should be good. But then, who are the people in front of you? So we can't make comparison with. It's easier to say, but it's that same defense that David De Gea was behind. But we know there's been a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. Manchester United had about 5 different managers.
Yeah, even CBP.
Those who are even the interim and all of that, the Carrick, the Ryan Giggs, and all of that changes. Also with the appearing. At a point it was Harry Maguire, at a point it was Johnny Evans, at a point it's even this year, this season, there's been so many different pairings, which also tend to affect the goalkeeper. Not many team does that many changes to their defense. Maybe say for this season, injury forced Tottenham Hotspur that they've had to do a lot of changing at the back. Badurona is not a bad goalkeeper. Yes, in United you can look at that. But is this? He might have spent just a year at Inter Milan, or at Ajax where he spent about 4 years when he left the Barcelona youth team. His numbers there also compared with Cameroon. We see some of the good saves he does. He does have his bad time. I was looking at the same stat, and then I think he's had the highest number of errors leading to goal.
Yeah, he does.
But you see,
those moments are what we see. For example, is the match against Lyon. Nobody sees the misses of Rasmus Højlund. I'm just saying. Because that's how we criticize. Something I want to
bring out. Onana has a way of drawing attention to himself and falling short of expectations.
Yes,
he did it at the Nations Cup. Remember,
he did the recent
could have done better than Nations Cup if he did not draw. You remember when he joined Man United and he had the shouting off with Maguire? He would draw attention to himself and form and then he will fall. So if he had done that thing, and Matic maybe took the bait and and then you perform well in that match, both goals his fault.
No. Second one I don't think is his fault.
Okay,
I even think the second one is the one I will take it because yes, it's a shot, but then should be able to manage that first one. That's the one I can't put at him, but that second one,
both of them is fault.
All these change of centre back pairings, this and that, not up to par. Were these excuses made for David De Gea when he was there? And he was making saves. He was making saves. He was killing himself for the season.
Back to back.
André is here now. He said, "Oh, those who are in front of him are not doing so well." Look, yes, I know that for United there are problems. The defensive pairing to another problem, but at the same time, just like he has said, Andre Onana himself, you've also hit the nail on the head. Number of errors leading to goal. I saw the goal scored by Elanga against Manchester United.
Forest.
And I'm like, is it that you as a goalkeeper, you turn yourself to a spectator? You want to also watch the game.
He loses concentration.
Yes, goals don't come in.
It's the last line of defense.
He got lost in that game, always slow and late. Penalties too at the same time. See, I can understand that. And another thing, Manchester United, the error they made was, I understand that the old David De Gea issue and Erik ten Hag, it was his choice. I want a keeper that can play the ball with his feet, and all those things are nonsense.
No.
I don't know all this.
No.
I don't know
it works for Arsenal.
I don't know all this modern nonsense that is coming. Goal. After that, every other thing is an extra. It's extra for you.
But he was making saves at Inter Milan.
It's not extra for me. We saw the same thing at Manchester City, where Guardiola came, left out Joe Hart. Very good hand in Joe Hart, and then you brought in Bravo. Did that move not burn him? It burned him until you finally got Ederson.
Your thoughts.
Well, for me, basically, I'm going to say that Onana is a good goalkeeper. But ever since he should play for Nigeria, you lose concentration, and then before you know it, you make an error. Onana, the save you don't expect him to make, he's going to make.
Yeah.
And if you can make a compilation, 1 hour video, maybe, or don't let me exaggerate, maybe like 30 minutes video of the errors, you would see balls can you save.
Oh, really?
That's never true. You know what?
You know how terrible Manchester United
take a break. We have to take a break. We'll now take a very short break. When we are done, when we get back, of course, for Pontas this weekend, we're going to take a look at fixtures. We're going to be talking about all that you can get set to have a swell weekend after this timeout.